RFK Stadium in Washington, D.C., site of today's NFC East matchup between the Phoenix Cardinals and the Washington Redskins. There was a logjam in second position in the NFC East at the top of the day. And with the Giants leading Philadelphia late in that contest, a victory for both Washington and Phoenix will be important to stay within striking distance. And good afternoon, everyone. I'm James Brown. Well, today's contest features two 500 ball clubs, but two teams headed in opposite directions. The Washington Redskins have won their last two games and feel with that squeaker win over New Orleans last week, they now are back on the right track. The Cardinals, on the other hand, have lost their last two games and have been devastated with injuries. And the Cardinals feel that with the 7 starters that they lost since the beginning of the season, it's going to be a very difficult task today. Joining me is my partner, Ken Stabler. And Snake, coming into RFK at less than full strength has got to make for a very difficult challenge for Phoenix.
Well, JB, I think there's a real feeling of desperation with the Cardinals. They're starting 2 rookies on the offensive line, one being Joe Wolf at right tackle. He's matched against Charles Mann, the leading sacker for the Washington defense. On defense, the Cardinals have had to rush their linebackers in order to get the pass pressure that they need. This has left them vulnerable to the big play. I think they've got some real problems in the trenches.
Although posting only a 2-2 mark, Washington is a lot better on paper.
Well, I think their defense is coming into its own. They're now forcing the turnovers that they need. They're coming into back-to-back second-half shutouts. They seem to be ready to play. On offense, they have weapons everywhere. But I think the key is Mark Rypien. His inconsistency has people wondering if he can get Washington's Cadillac offense up to speed.
Normally friendly environs for the Redskins. Redskins have not won here since November 6, 1988, a 5-game losing streak they're hoping to snap today. Phoenix has won the coin toss and will receive. Kicking off for Washington, Chip Lowmiller. In a groove this year. Struggled a little bit mid-season last year. He's found the range. Back deep for the Phoenix Cardinals. By Sekahima, Pro Bowler. And this will be Tony Baker taking it at his 8. And Baker dropped at about the 25-yard line by Martin Mayhew. Gary Hogeboom will be starting that quarterback for the Cardinals. Inconsistent, to say the best. Great 2 first games, struggled the last 2. The offensive line trying to do the protection. A patchwork line. Luis Sharp, Mike Zandowski, a rookie. Derek Kennard, Lance Smith, Joe Wolf, a rookie. Matched up with Charles Mann and Robert Awalt. Backs and receivers, Jordan, Farrell, Green, J.T. Smith, Don Holmes, and Ernie Jones in on obvious passing situations. 1st and 10, ball at the 25 for the Cardinals. J.T. Smith in motion. And this is Awalt with the option pass, looking for Roy Green, intercepted by Darrell Green. Tries to go to the razzle-dazzle earlier with Robert Awalt, and Darrell Green comes up with the steal.
Well, they split Robert Awalt out in order to get a matchup, but they don't want the matchup. They want him to throw the ball. Here he comes right in the middle of the screen. Number 80, you see him going to throw the ball. They try to fool him with that reverse action and try to get the ball deep. Darrell Green reads it real well, and they turns the ball over for him.
Darrell Green really psyched up for this matchup with the one receiver he says has beat him the most in his career. 1st and 10 for the Skins. Ball at their own 35. Rypien back to pass. Throws it. And it looks incomplete. Intended receiver was Ricky Sanders. Did they call it complete? And it looks as if they did. And that's enough for the first down. Mark Rypien. The man to whom most of the focus is on the offensive front. The offensive line, an excellent one. Jim Lachey, Russ Grimm, Jeff Bostic, Mark May, Joe Jacoby, and Don Warren. Backs and receivers, Riggs, Biner, Monk, Sanders, Gary Clark, and Anthony Allen in on a 3 and 4 wide receiver set.
There's the throw. I think he traps the ball.
Ernest Biner, the H-back in motion, the handoff to Gerald Riggs. And Riggs, a loss of 1 on the play. Redskins really pleased with his running game. Has had a little trouble fumbling the ball, but they want him with the ball.
Yeah, you want him to carry the load on offense, of course.
Patchwork defensive line for the Cardinals. Sadler, Had, Jim Waller, Dave Galloway. And Jim Waller, the rookie there. Linebacking core, talented but young. Anthony Bell, Eric Hill, and Ken Harvey, the best of the linebackers. Secondary, Mack, Carter, Zordich, McDonald, Michael Downs, and Marcus Turner in on the nickel and defensive dime packages. Gerald Riggs out, Ernest Biner in, Rypien back to pass, complete to Biner. And Biner's got room, he's got the first down and more. And Ernest Biner inside the 40, knocked down by Paul Carter. Every time the ball gets in Biner's hands, he does something good with it.
Well, that's the guy they want to handle the ball a little bit more, and I think he would like that too. We spoke with him yesterday, and he wants the ball more, but he said he will wait, let the situation, substitution situation, let it come to him.
And he genuinely sounded, Snake, like he's just happy to be here.
I think so. He's got an opportunity to play with a team that could use his abilities.
19-yard pickup for the Skins. 1st and 10 at the 37 of Phoenix. Rypien back to pass. Complete to Gary Clark for another first down to the 20. A 17-yard pass play, and Gary Clark, there was some concern about whether or not he would be able to play a lot because of that hamstring problem.
Well, he's had the hamstring problems, and such a competitor, you know that he wants to play. But you take a look at Mark Rypien right off the bat, and I think he is the key to their offense. He's got weapons all around him, making the correct reads. Here he sees a wide open Gary Clark right there and hits him with the ball. Rypien is the key. No bad decisions.
2 tight ends in for the Skins, Don Warren and Mike Tice. 1st and 10 at the 20 of Phoenix. Sanders in motion. And the handoff to Riggs. And Riggs still no daylight. A flag is on the play. The veteran referee in charge of today's crew takes no stuff from the players at all.
55 on the defense. That's 5 yards.
And that's Anthony Bell, the 4th-year linebacker out of Michigan State. Gene Stallings under some heat.
Gosh, we talked to him yesterday, and these injury situations just got him pulling his hair out.
This is Riggs again. Riggs has some daylight this time, down to the 10. Gerald Riggs, big hole to the left side of the line for a 7-yard gain. Eric Hill on the tackle. And Philadelphia coming back. The Giants were leading 19-14 late in the 4th quarter there.
Down in here, JB, quarterback needs to expect a man-to-man type coverage.
Less than 1 to go for the first down here. Riggs has it. Out of bounds at about the 3. Gerald Riggs motoring up strongly.
Well, we talked to Gerald Riggs yesterday, and one of the things he liked about playing behind the Hogs, the offensive line for Washington, he says you have to stay with every play. There's always an opportunity to cut back. No matter where the play is designed, stay with the play.
Said it's a major difference playing behind this line versus in Atlanta.
In Atlanta, you kind of favor a Fralick side. Here, he says you don't favor anybody. Stay with everyone.
Almost has too many options. 1st and goal for the Skins. Ball marked at the 4 of Phoenix. Biner in motion. Riggs, the ball carrier. No gain on the play as Gerald Riggs gang tackled by Ken Harvey.
Well, this is
Tim McDonald.
Sorry, JB. This is the area that they've had their problems. They get down inside the 5-yard line, and they've just been stuffed on short yardage. Rypien missed a touchdown pass last week. A lot of problems inside the 5.
From what you've seen with the Skins, what might you call in there to try to punch it in?
Really, I don't think there's anything different that you should call, JB. I think it's a matter of execution. I really don't think that they're executing the plays properly.
2 tight end formation, Don Warren and Mike Tice. Rick Sanders to the top of your screen. Rypien hands off to Riggs. Riggs looking for a hole. There is none. And Gerald Riggs loses one on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and goal. The ball will be marked at the 5, so the Skins, thus far, still having difficulty punching it into the end zone.
Again, the execution maybe, you know, but you take a back like Gerald Riggs. Gerald Riggs is a better between the tackle runner than he is an outside runner. You don't want him to bounce that out. Stay behind those big hogs. Stay in between those tackles and go north and south, not east and west.
3rd and goal, ball at the 5 for the Skins. Rypien back to pass. With time. To the corner for Monk. No good, he's out of the end zone. And check that, he was the intended receiver there, Gary Clark. So Rypien looking for his favorite receiver, Gary Clark.
Well, you're going to see he's going to come across your screen. Then he's going to head back for the corner of the end zone, and Rypien can't find him. He holds the ball a little bit too long. Once he sees him in the corner of his screen back there, Gary Clark has already made his move. He can go no further. He's in the corner of the end zone. Ball delivered too late.
Chip Lohmiller with the field goal, a 23-yarder, and it's good. So Washington comes away with the field goal. Back deep, Baker and Sikahema for the Cardinals. Sikahema takes it at the 3. Across the 20, knocked out of bounds at about the 23-yard line by Joe Howard. So Phoenix will operate from their own 23. Gary Hogeboom comes out to lead the charges. Strong defensive line for the Skins. Charles Mann having an absolutely great year thus far. Marcus Cook, Darrell Grant, and Dexter Manley. And there was a late flag thrown on the play as we go through the rest of the Washington defense. Raven Caldwell in place of Monty Coleman, Neil Okowitz, and Wilbur Marshall, the linebackers. And secondary, Brian Davis starting now, left cornerback, Darrell Green, Todd Bowles, Alvin Walton.
Number 53 on the red team or the receiving team, 5-yard penalty, illegal block.
Pick out a color, Ben. Pick out a color you like.
Not too many players argue with Ben Dwight, though. He's pretty firm.
Oh, he does a terrific job. He's doing the officiating back there when I was playing, and I have to say he took good care of me.
And 53 on the receiving team was Garth Jacks, 4th year linebacker from Florida State. Gary Hogeboom, don't be surprised if he doesn't get anything generated. He'll be yanked quickly. And Earl Farrell, the ball carrier, maybe one. Okowitz and Coleman out. The handoff to Farrell. And Farrell bulls ahead. Wilbur Marshall wrapped him up after a gain of about 4. And it's now a final. The Giants lose in the closing minutes of that contest in Philadelphia. The Eagles 21-19. Good news for the Skins. So the standings as of now look like this. Phoenix and Washington. And that's incorrect. Phoenix and Washington are at 2-2. Philadelphia moves to 3-2.
That's right.
And the Giants are now 4-1. 3rd and 3 for the Cardinals. 4 wideouts in. Ernie Jones in motion. Hogeboom looking for Jones. Complete. There's a flag on the play. The Skins on a last-second field goal.
Holdings, number 34. That's a 5-yard penalty, and that's a first down.
Brian Davis, the culprit that time. First down for the Cardinals.
Well, I tell you, when you get out there and you've got a Roy Green on you, I tell you, you got to do it any way you can.
We'd like to welcome those of you who are watching the New York Giants Philadelphia Eagles contest. Eagles pull it out in the last minute of the game, 21-19. Here at RFK Stadium, we have Phoenix and Washington doing battle in the first quarter. Redskins on top, 3-0, thanks to a 23-yard field goal by Chip Lohmiller. Well, and the problems in the first quarter for the Skins can continue down in scoring territory. The Redskins unable to get a touchdown.
Exactly. They get down in there and they come away with a field goal. Points are always, the first points that you score in a football game are always the most important. Naturally, you would like to come away with a touchdown, but just getting ahead of this team is awfully important for the Skins.
2nd and 10 for the Cardinals from the 25. Awalt in motion. Intended receiver was Awalt. Hogeboom under some pressure. Third and 10 for Phoenix from the 25. 4 wides in for the Cardinals. Hogeboom decides to run it. Looking for Jones. Intercepted. Second interception of the afternoon for Darrell Green. says he keeps stats on every receiver he's played. Wanted this one badly today.
Well, here you go. They force Hogeboom out of there, but he runs around and it gives him a chance to run. But here's where Darrell Green is the best. He gives a lot of room, but look how much room he made up. The guy was ahead of him 4 or 5 yards. He makes that room up with that tremendous speed and turns the ball over again for the Washington Skins.
And after Darrell looks at the films, he'll give some credit to Fred Stokes also for flushing Hogeboom out of the pocket. 1st and 10 at the 40. Reverse. Monk looking to pass. Just off the fingertips of Ricky Sanders. All right, Brent, thank you very much. And of course, sitting in the anchor chair in New York, he's on top of everything. That penalty goes against the Washington Redskins. Number 73, Mark May, moves him back and will bring up a 1st and 20, ball at midfield.
A reverse pass like that, JB, takes a long time to develop, and as a result, you have a chance of getting an offensive lineman downfield.
Nickel defensive package in for the Cardinals, and the handoff to Biner. Biner shaking and baking. Gets inside the 40. 11 yards gained back by Ernest Biner, stopped by Anthony Bell.
Yeah, I think you'll see this young man involved a lot more in their offense, receiving the ball and running. He's in on the nickel-type package. Good call against that nickel situation. They're playing zone. Those linebackers run out of there, hit them with a draw.
Snake inevitable that Biner would see the ball a lot more given his productivity.
Well, he does so much with it, you know. He makes things happen. He catches the ball, as we said. He's a great runner, good blocker, does it all.
3 wideouts in for the Skins. Clark, Sanders, and Monk. Rypien back to pass. Little hitch pattern. Complete to Gary Clark for the 1st down. Cedric Mack, the one side of the Cardinals defense they felt they could exploit.
Well, here's a matchup, and I think that's one that they have to like. You take Gary Clark, watch him get him running, and then stop, come right back down the sidelines. Quarterback's responsibility, keep that ball low and outside.
Hamstring looked okay on that one. Clark wanted to play badly last week, but Joe Gibbs called him off. Clark said, no way, you would keep me out today. 1st and 10 for the Skins at the 28 of Phoenix. Biner, the ball carried with room for the 1st down.
Well, you're just going to see a man-on-man type blocking right here, and he bounces the ball outside. It's just a man-on-man. Read the hole, take what they give you. They pin them all to the inside. His decision, bounce it outside for the nice gain. He does a lot of things, JB, to get him involved in the offense along with that group of receivers. They've got some problems for the other team.
Gary Clark to the near side. 1st and 10 for Washington at the 17 of the Cardinals. 5:12 remaining in the 1st quarter. Skins on top. And Biner again showing his stuff.
Again, it's the thing we talked about with Riggs, which applies to Biner also. You stay with that offensive line. Watch that offensive line and watch his cut. You really don't know where the hole is going to open up. Here's a little counter, gives him the ball. Now watch the cut right here. He cuts the ball back right there. You have to stay with every play, stay with every lineman.
Every one of the starting offensive linemen for the Skins have been to at least one Pro Bowl. Impressive line to run behind. 2nd and 2 for the Skins at the 10. Riggs bullying his way down to the 5. 1st down for Washington. So once again, Washington inside the 5, scoring territory again.
And the thing you notice here, JB, is they're not trying to bounce that ball outside as much, especially Riggs. Better between the tackles runner. There you see him stay between the tackles for the nice gain.
What might you see different down here now?
Well, I don't think you'll see anything different. I think the quarterback, as we said earlier, anticipate man-to-man coverage, and so you look outside, take the matchup you like.
Warren Tice, the tight ends. 1st and goal. Ball is marked at the 6. Riggs, the ball carried. Down to the 2. Michael Zordich on the stop for Phoenix.
There he is, staying between those tackles. And you get behind Mark May, 73. You get Joe Jacoby, 66. And that is a group of offensive linemen in which every one of them at one point in time has made the Pro Bowl. That's a tremendous group up there.
With as much work as Riggs has been getting, Bobby Mitchell said it's important for him to continue to run strong and loose without being so protective of the ball, because he has fumbled a couple of times. 3 tight ends in for the Skins. 2nd and goal, ball at the 1. Riggs. Drop a yard behind the line of scrimmage. Garth Jackson, Eric Hill on the tackle for the Cardinals.
Here we go, JB. You're playing middle linebacker. Here's what you see. There goes the motion man across there. It's just a straight man-on-man. There you see Mark May and Jacoby, Russ Grimm, the whole gang. Uh-oh, there comes number 90. He stuffs the thing. Carl Wilson doing a good job of flowing.
Joe Bugle said even though the Cardinals have been banged up with injuries, he still expects them to stop the run very well because of the scheme.
They do. They play the run extremely well, but they only have enough players, they get tired.
Bynum, the lone back. 3rd and goal, ball at the 2. Monk in motion. Rypien with time. Waits. Touchdown, Ernest Bynum. Simply outstanding protection by the offensive line. Now there is a late flag.
Touchdown.
Complete to Ernest Bynum.
And is declined by Washington, so the touchdown stands. And Jack Kent Cook up in his box, reason to smile. Chip Lohmiller will attempt the point after. It's up, and it's good. So Washington moves out in front by 10.
It's a straight drop back pass by Bart Rypien, but what happens is Rypien gets a little pressure. He's forced out of the pocket. Here he is, straight drop back. Here comes the pressure on him. From the backside, chases him out of there. Now look to the left of your screen. There's Bynum sitting right in the corner. You can't stay with him forever.
And Lohmiller gets off a good one to Sikahema from his 2. And drop at the 18. Redskins special teams coverage doing a good job. Skins on top by 10.
They're balanced attack. They're throwing the ball well, running the ball well, very well balanced.
And he's not bashful. Hogeboom is off to Tony Jordan, dropped in the backfield. Give the credit to Wilbur Marshall. 5-yard loss.
You know, a lot of people have said that Wilbur Marshall is really not playing the kind of football that he did when he was playing at Chicago. But in defense of that guy right there, he plays in a different system here in Washington than he did in Chicago. This system doesn't allow him the freedom to roam around, make the big plays as he did in Chicago.
Dexter Manley feels that the coaching staff is also trying to tame Marshall a bit more, and he should be let to run wild and free. He plays better that way.
I like him reckless myself.
2nd and 15 for the Cardinals. Ball at the 14. Hogeboom back to pass. Gets it away and tipped at the last moment by Alvin Walton. Intended receiver was Robert A. Walton. 6 defensive backs in for the Skins. Novacek in motion. Hogeboom through the hands of Jay Novacek, incomplete. So the Cardinals will have to punt this one away. Gene Stallings came into the game a little upset, Snake. Has somewhat of a feud, if you will, with Joe Gibbs.
Well, Joe Gibbs claimed a former Cardinal player off of the wire and upset some plans of Gene Stallings. Says it's not a feud, but he won't forget it.
Signaling for the fair catch on that one, Joe Howard. So the Redskins will have it 1st and 10 when we come back. 1st and 10 for Washington. Ball at its own 44. Riggs, the ball carrier. And stopped in the backfield again. So Gerald Riggs having some difficulty finding the hole to hit hard in early going.
Well, it's the type of offense, that inside running game, the counters, the straight-ahead things that they run for this guy right here, Joe Riggs. You have to stay with it. You're not going to make every play work well every time, but you have to stay with it. Wear them down.
A loss of 2 on the play. Came into the contest third in the NFC in rushing with 408 yards on 81 carries, having a sluggish start this afternoon. 2nd and 12. 3 wideouts in for the Skins. Rypien for Monk, complete to the sidelines. About a yard shy of the first down marker. Marcus Turner on the coverage.
You see Monk at the bottom of your screen working on Carl Carter, giving him an awful lot of room. You look out there and you see a corner that's going to play off 6-8 yards. Take that little out.
89th consecutive game that Art Monk has caught at least one pass.
A little added pressure on him this week because of the injuries to the other receivers.
He likes it better with Gary Clark in there. 3rd and 3 for the Skins. Ball at midfield. Rypien to Biner. And Biner's got the first down and some room. Ernest Biner, 26-yard pickup. Rypien to Biner.
Right here, you're going to see him come in and clear things out. Biner goes in the flats. There comes Monk, clearing things out, coming underneath. Now watch Biner slip out there in the flats. After Monk clears out, nobody around him. Good game. You have to put the ball in that guy's hands as much as you can.
Thus far, Mark Rypien driving the Cadillac very nicely. And the handoff to Riggs. And Riggs using that bull strength to pick up an extra couple of yards. Inside the 20 to about the 18. And that's the end of the first quarter here in Washington. Redskins on top, 10-0. 2nd and 6 for the Skins. Ball at the 18 of the Cards. Riggs hopping his way through. Inside the 15, down to about the 14-yard line. That makeshift defensive line of the Cardinals really being tested today. But Jacoby's a little lighter today.
Jacoby's down 10, 12 pounds, and talking to Joe Bugle, the offensive line coach, his stamina's a lot better at the lighter weight.
3rd and 2. Biner in motion. Rypien back to pass. Intended receiver was Art Monk across the middle, and Anthony Bell trying a little too aggressively to throw the veteran down. Incomplete.
Well, again, don't make the bad decision. Don't throw the interception. Go ahead and kick the field goal right here and start over the next series.
So Chip Lohmiller will be in to attempt a 32-yard field goal. Coming into today's game, 3rd in the NFC in kick scoring. He's already converted on a 23-yarder. That in the first quarter. This one's up. And it's good. So Chip Lohmiller continuing in his groove. And the Redskins in their groove expand their lead 13-0. As you take a look, one of the best aerial assault guys around, Neil Lomax, up in the booth for the Cardinals. By Sekahima. Trips and slips across the 25 to the 27. There was a flag on the play.
Offside on the kicking team. 5 yards. Kick it again.
So Lohmiller to kick off again for the Skins. Back deep, Baker and Sekahima. And this will be Baker taking it at the 13. And Baker has some room up the middle. Still on his feet. Tony Baker with an excellent return. 27 yards worth for the Phoenix Cardinals. Robert Awald in motion. And the ball carrier, Baker. And Baker picks up maybe 2 yards. Stopped by Dexter Manley. Played the run well that time. 2nd and 8. Hogeboom back to pass. In and out of the hands of one of the more sure-handed receivers in the league, J.T. Smith. 3rd and 8. High snap. Hogeboom out of the shotgun. And it's complete, shy of the first down marker to Jay Novacek. So the Washington defense holds, and that'll bring on Rich Camarillo to punt it for the Phoenix Cardinals. There's Joe Howard, local guy from Carroll High School here in Washington, D.C., and of course of Notre Dame fame.
Good one.
Howard signals for the fair catch, and Howard was actually knocked down by Don Holmes, but there is no flag. Joe Howard had signaled for the fair catch. Good punt indeed by Camarillo. 4.7 hang time and a 47-yard boot.
Well, you've got to give him room to catch the ball. There you see Joe Howard signaling the fair catch. There he runs by him. It looks like he just kind of walks right into him. Incidental contact. That's nickel and dime. Let him play. Let him play.
Only an ex-Oakland Raider would say that. Incidental contact. A game that's been completely dominated by the Washington Redskins through the first quarter. Total yards by Phoenix only 10. And Snake, although we have not seen many sacks, Dexter Manley was licking his chops coming into today's contest. Nonetheless, they're still doing the job against Phoenix.
On both sides of the ball, applying a lot of pressure to the opposing quarterback. And on offense, good balanced attack, good rushing game. Rypien doing a good job of throwing the football.
Phoenix, believe it or not, was going to try to establish a running attack. Should they be going to the aerial attack more often? We'll talk about that more as Rypien completes it to Ricky Sanders over to the left side of the line. Pickup of 6 on that play. Is it too early for Phoenix to focus only on the passing game?
I think so. When you go in there with 2 rookie offensive linemen, JB, against a team that rushes the passer as well as they do, I mean, the game could get strictly out of hand. 13-0, still early. Let's stay with what we're supposed to.
Brings up a 2nd and 4 for Washington. Art Monk and Ricky Sanders, the wide receivers in. This goes to Gerald Riggs. Riggs around the left side. And Riggs pushed out of bounds about 1.5 yards shy of the first down marker by Ken Harvey. Outstanding right outside linebacker out of California.
Talked to Gerald Riggs this week about his fumbling situation. He says it's a part of football. You can have fumbles. The thing you can't do is worry about them. Still run reckless as you possibly can.
Said he got some good advice from Bobby Mitchell in terms of how not to run with that ball, although he's fumbled it.
He needs to keep that ball in there tight and react to the tacklers. When they get to you, tuck it away.
3rd and 1 for the Skins. Power formation in. 3 tight ends. Branch in motion. Riggs, the ball carrier. And it'll be close. And this is going to be short of the first down. And we talked about Joe Gibbs. Lost his father earlier this week, Tuesday. Had to fly to Sun City, California. But he still stayed on top of the action, was taking cross-country flights and coming back on the red eye to be back here for practices.
Well, everybody hates to lose somebody that's close to you. Joe Gibbs has remained focused on what his team has to do, and it's an awful lot of traveling, but it's been a part of all preparation.
Brings up a punting situation, the first for the Redskins. Rolf Mozienko, and we'll call him Mojo from here on out. That's his nickname. And not a very good one. Takes a Redskins bounce. And it rolls for 39 yards. One of the most recognizable skylines in the country, our nation's capital, and probably the end place to be on a Sunday. Jack Kent Cook's box, and he's got who there?
Vice President Dan Quayle. I've been looking at his latest scorecard from his latest golf game.
Well, the important numbers right now, as far as the Skins fans are concerned, they're on top 13-0. Hogeboom back to pass to a wide open Roy Green. And Roy Green run out of bounds at the 30 by Brian Davis.
Well, here's their opportunity, JB. They got to stop the Redskins down in their territory. The special teams takes over. They get the ball out to midfield now. They have an opportunity to use all of their offense. There's the play pass. to Earl Farrell. There comes Roy Green to move your screen across. And when this guy gets the ball in his hands, he can do some things with it.
Everyone on the Redskins staff and players, of course, knows how dangerous this man is. This is Tony Baker. Reverses field and gets back near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Marcus Cook and Dexter Manley providing the pressure. 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals. Good field position at the 30 of Washington. Earl Farrell, the lone back. This is Roy Green in motion. Hogeboom across the middle, complete to Roy Green, and Green on an 8-yard pass reception, tackled by Todd Bowles. And Green getting up slowly. Dusk here in Washington, D.C. NFC East matchup. Washington Redskins, Phoenix Cardinals. Skins on top 13-0. James Brown along with Ken Stabler. 9:34 remaining in the first half, and Washington has done the job on the ground and in the air.
Both sides of the ball. Washington playing very, very solid. Their offense has scored points. Rypien's playing extremely well. The Cardinals now have a chance to get back in the game.
Ryan Davis goes out. Clarence Vaughn comes in. 3rd and 2 for the Cardinals, and Farrell going straight ahead. Doesn't get it. I think we might call that one a gift.
Good place on the field now to do anything you want to. Play pass, run inside, outside. Go for a big one down this tight coverage.
Baker and Farrell in the backfield. 1st and 10 from the 20 of the Skins. Hogeboom going up top looking for Smith. Overthrows him. On the coverage that time, Brian Davis.
You know, it's hard to do anything. They tried to get Roy Green deep that time. They tried to get J.T. Smith to the corner on the short side of the field here. But it doesn't matter if you don't get the pass protection. Hogeboom is getting a lot of pressure. Here's a tight coverage with Darrell Green on Roy Green. Look at him. He grabs his shoulder while in the middle of his route. Now, you have to wonder, now, how does he hurt that? No contact.
That last play, Kenny, when he was tackled after that reception, he went down hard on that right shoulder. He's still feeling the pain. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Flags on a play.
False start on the right guard. That's a 5-yard penalty.
6 defensive backs in for the Redskins. Hogeboom out of the shotgun. Flag on a play, and Dexter Manley was screaming and hollering because it looked like Charles Mann had a good beat on a quarterback and was held. And that's the call by Ben Dreith. 2nd and 25 for the Cardinals. 4 wideouts in. This is Jay Novacek in motion. Complete to Novacek. And Novacek knocked out of bounds. Far, far shy of the first down. Good 12-yard shy. Monty Coleman. 3rd and 13. 4 wideouts again in for the Cardinals. And it's complete over the middle for the first down. So Phoenix comes out of the hole as Vi Sekahima was the receiver that time across the middle. Green is headed to the locker room for the Cardinals as they operate 1st and goal. Ball at the 7, going for J.T. Smith. Touchdown, Phoenix. So J.T. Smith on the fade route beats Brian Davis for the first score for Phoenix.
Well, it's just a little short 3-step drop, and the idea for the quarterback is throw the ball back in the corner of the end zone. Very well thrown ball. Touchdown.
Al Del Greco will attempt the point after. For Phoenix, the holder is Tom Tupa. It's up, and it's good. There is a flag on the play.
Defense offside. The nose guard lined up in the neutral zone. That's 1 point, 5 yards on a kickoff. Timeout.
Al Del Greco kicking off for the Cardinals. And this is in the direction of A.J. Johnson out of his own end zone. Turns it upfield. And there's a flag on a play as A.J. Johnson takes it up across the 25. Well, a quick flag picked up and tucked in neatly that time by the official. We'll leave it as a first down for the Washington Redskins. Art Monk to the near side. 1st and 10 for the Skins. Ball at their own 28. Biner in motion. A handoff to Riggs. And Riggs looking for some daylight around the right side. Stopped by Anthony Bell, a gain of 1.
Well, that's what the Cardinals have to do, is they have to play that run very, very tough on first down, force Washington into the long yardage situations where they, in turn, can bring their nickel people in and try to apply some pressure to Rypien.
Michael Downs and Marcus Turner in the secondary for the Cardinals. 2nd 9. Handoff to Biner on a delay. And Biner up near the 34-yard line, tackled by Ken Harvey. Gain of 6 on the play.
Again, another way to get the ball in Biner's hands. You watch the right side. Mark May, 73, and Joe Jacoby, 66. He kicks out Galloway. There's the big hole for the nice gain. Got to let that guy get involved.
Obviously, the weight loss by Jacoby hasn't hurt him at all. Looks like it may have helped him.
Made him a lot quicker, JB, and his stamina is much better.
4 carries, 36 yards for Ernest Biner. 3rd and 3 from the 35. Monk in motion. Looking for Sanders and overthrows it. Under pressure that time, Rypien had to get rid of it quickly.
Well, that's the thing they have to do, is they've got to play it tough on first down and the second downs and try to get some pressure on Rypien and make him make the bad decisions as he has in the past.
Ralph Moshienko, affectionately known as Mojo.
Yeah, that's
back
what
to
I'm
the punting.
gonna call him.
You and me both. Sakahima takes it at the 25. And 2nd and 3rd effort up to the 34-yard line. A 40-yard punt, 9-yard return by Vi Sakahima.
Picked up right where Lomax has left off as far as throwing the football.
And Baker runs into his own man, but gets back up near the line of scrimmage. Did a good job just to get back there.
It's just a big difference between throwing the football when you want to as opposed to throwing the football when you have to. And I think that's been the situation with the Cardinals. They baked themselves in a hole and they have to throw the football.
The difference between Hogeboom and Leon Lomax's passes.
I don't think there's any difference in the passes, the velocity of the pass and things like that. I think there's difference in the players as far as what they see, the way they read things.
2nd and 10 for the Cards. 4:53 remaining in the first half. Phoenix trailing 13-7. Hogeboom audibly looking for J.T. Smith. And Brian Davis smothering him with the coverage. On 3rd and 10. 4 wideouts in for the Cards. Looking for Novacek. And Alvin Walton all over top of him. Novacek may have heard the footsteps of Walton. Rich Camarillo to punt for the Cardinals. Joe Howard back for the Skins. Fields it at the 17. And Joe Howard back up near the 27-yard line. Sanders to the near side for the Skins. 1st and 10 from the 28. Rypien complete to Art Monk on the left side. It's going to be about 4 yards shy.
The thing that Mark Rypien has working for him is he is working in a system that is blessed with an awful lot of ability everywhere. Great receivers, good running back, veteran offensive line. And so Mark Rypien doesn't have to go out there and do it all himself. He doesn't have to carry the team a la John Elway, a la Dan Marino. Let his people help him.
2nd and 2 for the Skins. Biner in motion. And Riggs driving straight ahead. 1st down, Gerald Riggs, yard to spare. And Riggs signaling for a little relief. Came into the game a little nicked up, Snake.
Yeah, he's been banged up, and you talk to him, and he says, I've got to get used to carrying the load again. Some injuries have kept him out of some ball games. When he playing his best at Atlanta, it was a situation where he knew he was going to carry the ball 25 times a game. Take that pounding week in and week out. He needs to get back to that.
1st and 10 for Washington at its own 39. 3:36 remaining in the 1st half. Rypien pumping. Looking deep for Art Monk. And at the last second, Carl Carter knocks down the pass intended for Art Monk. Rypien for Sanders, complete. Sanders looks to have the 1st down and more. The Cards were fooled, thinking he had stepped out of bounds near the 1st down marker, and he kept going. 23-yard pickup.
Well, you're going to see Sanders come across and get out here in the left flat outside of the numbers. There he comes in motion, and here's his cut. See his cut right there to the left side? Loses the defensive back right there. Nice throw, and then they overplay it, thinking he stepped out of side. Makes a nice gain.
You saw the Cardinals sideline arguing in vain, saying that he did step out of bounds. 1st and 10, ball at the 38 of Phoenix. Rypien looks off one receiver, now has to run it. And throws it away. So Mark Rypien, smart decision.
Exactly.
Ricky Sanders in motion on 2nd down for the Skins. Handoff to Biner. And Biner driving straight ahead. Anthony Bell on the stop. So Ernest Biner continues to show well. Given the ball more, he's doing something with it.
Ernest Biner running that tray action that they've run with John Riggins or any fullback, George Rogers. It's a play that the Washington Redskins are going to make work. They're going to pull those big guards and big tackles up in that hole. Part of their offense that you'll always see.
Biner and Riggs are no dummies either. They say we can make Pro Bowl behind this line. 3rd and 4. Ball at the 32 of Phoenix. Monk in motion. And Rypien across the middle, complete to Monk. Inside the 20. Pass play.
Here you're going to see the motion's going to come in here, and then he's going to find a little hook. It all starts with a good pass protection, though. There comes Monk. He cuts underneath everything. The first thing you notice is great pass protection, and there's the result. 1st and 10. He's able to get deep when he wants to against various people. He has the ability to be the possession-type receiver. And another thing that Art Monk does that I like an awful lot is when he comes in motion, he will find people to block when he's not receiving the ball. He's tall, big, strong, all-around player.
1st and 10 for the Skins. Ball at the 20 of Phoenix. Sanders in motion. Play action. Rip with time. Intercepted. Jim Waller. And there's a flag on a play back near the 20-yard line.
Illegal block right there on a team that intercepted the ball. It's a 10-yard penalty, and it's still their ball.
Nothing left to be said.
Well, Rypien, a good coverage in the secondary forces Rypien to hold the ball. Now he's going to try to make something happen. When the best thing to do is just throw the ball away or run out of bounds and protect yourself. Don't give up that big turnover. That gives a team that probably shouldn't beat you, gives them life. Again, you see it, trying to make things happen. He knows when he turned the ball loose is a bad mistake, so what do? Now you turn into a tackler. Not a very good one.
First and 10 Cards at their own 13. Sekahema. First down. Monty Coleman runs by Sekahema out of bounds. A 27-yard gain. First and 10 from the 40. Looking for J.T. Smith. And he comes up with the acrobatic catch. So Smith out-hustled and out-fought Brian Davis for that reception. 12-yard gain. And the clock is still running. 1:20 left in the first half. Going up top, and it's complete along the right sidelines to Don Holmes. Another first down for the Cardinals. 2-minute offense working to perfection for the Cardinals.
Hogeboom's going to take his time out of bounds, stops the clock. He's going to go over and get his head together over there and get the correct play. Big series for the Cards.
1:14 left in the first half. Ball marked at the 20 of Washington. Cardinals trailing by 6. Looking for Smith. Touchdown, J.T. Smith. Scored over top of Brian Davis.
Tight coverage right there. It's just a little go type thing. You look outside, you get that tight coverage, throw the ball on the outside in the back corner. He throws a perfect pass. Nice put for the touchdown.
Al Del Greco for the point after. It's up, and it's good. So the Cardinals, with 1:09 remaining in the first half, move ahead of the Redskins by 1. A.J. Johnson from his own 5. Met hard by Randy Kirk. Dropped at about the 21. First and 10 for the Skins at their own 23. 1:05 remaining in the first half. Rypien out to Bynum. And Bynum down at the 32. David Galloway on the tackle.
Rypien's getting them into their hurry-up offense. They've still got plenty of time, 50 seconds to get things done.
It'll be 2nd and 1. Rypien in and out of the arms of Ricky Sanders.
Well, right along in here, JB, you might stick your head in the huddle and say, listen, if you get tackled inbounds, get up. We've got to get things rolling. If you have a chance to get out of bounds, get out and stop the clock.
On 3rd and 1, the handoff goes to Bynum. Bynum's got the first down plus a few.
He's going to burn a timeout.
Washington signals for a timeout with 33 seconds remaining in the half. And a good first half statistically for Ernest Bynum, who's helping the Skins nicely. 6 rushes for 50 yards, 3 catches for 48 yards. This is 1st and 10 for the Skins. Rypien overthrows Gary Clark, and it's intercepted. Michael Downs, the ex-Cowboy. Now, did he catch it, or was it trapped? Well, Mark Rypien fortunate on that one.
Well, that one just took off on him. Sale, safety sitting back there in center field. Dodge a bullet. There's a guy sitting back there in center field right there. See him sit back, read the quarterback's eyes, and he sees the ball thrown, react on it, but I think he traps this one.
So Rypien with the second chance. 2nd and 10. 26 seconds remaining. No flag on the play. The intended receiver was Art Monk, and the Redskins sidelines thought that was pass interference. Carl Carter with the tight coverage.
Here you see Art Monk working on the tight coverage, Carl Carter, and he's playing kind of a catch-up type technique. Let him get past you and then react to his movement. Does a nice job of getting his hand in.
That's the one side the Skins thought they might be able to work. 3rd and 10. Biner in motion. And Rypien trying to find Biner, and it's complete, and Biner shakes the defender for the first down and out of bounds.
Well, here comes Biner in motion, and he's going to go down the sideline and work his way back. The thing you like in Biner in this particular situation is he works back to the sidelines, and then once he makes the catch and turns upfield, he has the presence to know that they're running out of time, get out of bounds.
And Ken Harvey will not see the films come Monday morning on that missed tackle. 13 seconds remaining. Redskins 1st and 10 from the 46 of Phoenix. Looking for Gary Clark, and it's complete for the first down, and Clark wisely runs out of bounds and picks up an extra 3. So Chip Lowmiller will come in after that 22-yard pickup on that play from Rypien to Clark.
Nice job with Gary Clark, realizing they're running out of time, get out of bounds, and give them the opportunity to come out of this 2-minute offense situation with some points.
Chip Lowmiller will attempt a 42-yard field goal. High snap. And it's off to the left. So Ralph Boychenko had a snap off to the right. Didn't get it down in time.
Look that one a little bit. There's a lot of coordination that goes between snapper, holder, and kicker. Here's the holder right here. Watch this hold. Boychenko puts the ball down. Watch where the snap comes. Has to be really coordinated. A little bit to the outside. I mean inside. Gets it down. Now whether or not that distracts the kicker, it's really hard to say. It really shouldn't. He needs to make that. He knows it.
The center on that play was Dave Harbor. So the Cardinals will run out the clock in the first half and nurse a 1-point lead. That's the end of the first half with the score: Phoenix 14, Washington 13. Al Del Greco to kick off for the Cardinals. Back deep for the Skins, Joe Howard and A.J. Johnson, and the second half is underway. Skins trailing by 1. Howard inside the 5. Has room along the left sidelines. And Joe Howard to the 45. 1st and 10 for the Skins at their own 46. Just underway. Third quarter action. Rypien to Monk, complete. And Monk to the 48. The snake you talk about, Art Shell. Major announcement, of course, the first black head coach in the NFL in modern times. You knew him well. Tell us a little bit about him.
I think he has all the ingredients that it takes. I think he understands what it takes to win after being a part of that tradition established in the 70s. I think he'll be tough enough to establish the discipline of the young players that he needs, and I think he'll delegate the authority that he needs on the offensive side, defensive sides of the ball.
2nd and 5. This is Riggs. And Neil Oakwood's being tended to on the sidelines. I guess the good thing there, he walked off under his own power.
He's too tough to keep out of there. You can't keep those linebackers out of there long, although at times I wish you could.
Brings up a 3rd and 4.
Well, it just shows you the importance of special teams, JB. They kick the ball off, they run the ball back to the 40 or 50-yard line, then all of a sudden you get a couple of plays and you're in scoring range.
Michael Downs and Marcus Turner in at the DBs. Rypien back to pass on 3rd down. Through the hands of Ernest Biner, incomplete. So Washington will have to boot this one away.
Well, you won't see it very often. The guy's got great hands, but all it is a little route. He goes down and just hooks it up on the hash mark. Hook it up on the hash mark. Turn your numbers. Turn the 2 and the 1 toward the quarterback. Of course, you need to catch the ball.
That's number 1.
That's going to come into play.
Mojo, Rolf Moisienko. By Sikahema. An unbelievable 6.1 hang time on that punt by Mojo, but the Cards will bring it out to their own 20. Baker and Farrell, the backs. Awalt in motion. Hogeboom to Baker. And Baker, hog tie from behind. Raven Caldwell, gain of 1. 2nd and 9. 3 wideouts in for the Cardinals. And from behind, Wilbur Marshall for no gain. Earl Farrell. Marshall was back there with the handoff.
Yeah, one thing you notice too, JB, is there's a lot of life now you see on that defensive side of the ball. The Redskins seem to be fired up. You wonder what Joe Gibbs said at the halftime, but you can sense that they've really got a lot of intensity out there now.
Barry Wilburn and A.J. Johnson in. Dime defensive package for the Skins. Cardinals. Deep. Third and 9. Hogeboom to Novacek, complete for the 1st down. Big play. Hogeboom finds a sure-handed Jay Novacek. Farrell, the lone back. Baker in motion. Play action. Drop. Charles Mann, sack number 1. Fifth sack of the year for one Charles Mann, whom the coaching staff says gets better and better each year.
Won a game this season. It's going to be a play pass to hold the linebackers. There's the fake to Earl Farrell, but he gets flushed out right away by Mann, who continues to pursue. Hogeboom tries to step up and make something happen, runs right into Charles Mann.
Charles Mann at 6'6", 270 says it's hard maintaining his weight. A lot of ice cream and milkshakes at bedtime. 2nd and 15 for the Cards. Across the middle, complete to J.T. Smith. Smith to the 40. Dropped by Monty Coleman. He'll be about 4 yards shy of the 1st down. Washington with 6 DBs in. 3rd and 4 for the Cardinals. 4 wideouts in for Phoenix. Going for Sikahema, incomplete. Rich Camarillo will punt for the Cardinals. Joe Howard back deep for the Skins. And Camarillo gets a good one away. Fair catch signal, 4.8 hang time. So Joe Howard catches it at the 10, a 49-yard punt by Rich Camarillo. Skins have it 1st and 10 from their own 10. Biner to the left. Run out of bounds by Michael Downs. And for a report on the Atlanta Falcons and the Rams, let's go to New York and Brent Musburger.
Well, James, the Rams with a comfortable cushion, but the Atlanta Falcons starting a at least a small comeback here, as End Zone Jones, you remember him, JB, out of Illinois. He took it in from 3 yards out, and now it's 23-14. Back to James.
All right, Brent. Right here, 14-13 ball game. Phoenix Cardinals on top. 2nd and 5 for the Skins. Anthony Bell stops Ernest Biner after picking up 4 yards on the play.
Here's the tray play that they won. It's a counter tray. Watch Ernest Biner in the backfield. He takes that little shuffle to his right, which gives Grimm 68 and Lachey 79 time to pull up in the hole. He gets off of their blocks.
3rd and 1 for the Skins. Bunk and Sanders to the near side. Biner, the lone back. This is Biner. And Biner gets the first down. Diving to the grass. Rip looks like he's starting off playing it safe in the second half.
Well, playing a little bit safe, and of course, when you're on your own 15, own 20-yard line in a close game like this, you want to be a little conservative, not too conservative, but see if you can hammer the ball up to around the 30 where you can get into all of your offense.
Gary Clark to the near side for the Skins. Rypien on first down. Complete to Clark. Clark across the 30, and there's a flag on the play as Gary Clark takes it to the 32-yard line.
Number 58. They're going to take the penalty from the line of scrimmage at 5 yards, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 from the 29. Delayed handoff. Biner. And Biner roped down by Jim Waller as the Redskins with that patented running game.
Well, that big offensive line getting involved. Lachey and Grimm, May, Jacoby, Jeff Bostic, the center, wearing down a group of guys that Jim Waller not played very much. And, of course, they've been injured. Gary Had playing, not a normal player. And here's just a little simple draw play using that big offensive line. Good play. Gives them a situation now, JB, that they can play pass, throw the ball, screen, anything.
2nd and 5. This is Biner. Stretched out nicely by Anthony Bell. Only 1 yard on the pickup by Ernest Biner. 11 carries, 70 yards. 5 catches for 71 for Ernest Biner. A busy day for Ernest Biner. We'll bring up a 3rd and 4 situation for the Skins.
Right there, Anthony Bell, watch him string it out. He's going to come into your picture right there. He hooks up on Don Warren, 85, plays off the block, and then runs to the sideline. Nice pursuit.
Bunk in the slot, in motion. Rip, complete to Monk. And Monk is shy of the first down by a yard. Pulled back by Ken Harvey. So Harvey with a good read.
There goes Monk in motion right here, a little hook zone. He realizes that he only has to have 3 or 4 yards right there. Now sit down. Once you get past the yard marker, zap. First down, maybe. Maybe.
Close enough for a measurement. And the quarterback's eyes, even from up here in the booth, still very good. First down, Washington.
They've done a nice job of mixing the run and the short pass, JB, to get out of some trouble back in their own territory, to get the ball out near midfield where they can do some things.
Monk and Sanders to the near side. Clark at the top of your screen. 1st and 10. And a strong run by Gerald Higgs. Stopped by Rod Sadler. 5-yard gain.
Very good first down play. You get the 5 to 6 yard first down play. You set up those 2nd and 4s and 2nd and 5s, and you can do that play passing and do a lot of things. Plus, you keep the defense from bringing in their nickel situations.
2nd and 5. Ball marked at the 44. Clark to the near side. Rip looking for Monk. Make that Clark, and it's caught. And he drops it. Gary Clark had that one on his fingertips, Snake.
Oh. He went by Cedric Mack like he was tied. Almost a great catch. Well, you see the ball in the air. Now watch him stretch out for this one. Right on the fingertips. Woo! Almost.
He has it. He doesn't. Almost. He drops it.
All right, he's going to be coming right at us now, playing center field. There's Rypien, turns to his right and lets it go. Watch this. Here it is. He's got Mack by a couple of steps. That's a well-thrown ball. That's where you've got to put it.
And watching the films, we were noticing how Rypien was throwing too much of a line drive on those tight passes. That one was arched just nicely.
Got to put a little air under it.
3rd and 5. Rip with time. Incomplete. Intended receiver was Ernest Biner. Carl Carter knocked that one down. So the Phoenix defense holds.
Got him some life now. They're playing tough. Offense is playing tough. We got a good game going here.
Sekahima back to receive this Rolf Moishenko punt. Sekahima takes it at the 11. And Sekahima still on his feet, trying to beat the punter. Wilburn. So Barry Wilburn slows him up, but not before returning it back to the 35-yard line. And Phoenix will come out with great field position on that 52-yard return. An end result at the 35 of Washington, 1st and 10. Hogeboom complete across the middle to J.T. Smith. 5-yard pass play. San Francisco and New Orleans also doing battle this Sunday afternoon. And for a report on that action, let's go to New York and Brent.
And JB, they are all even. The 49ers down 17-3. Quickly put 2 Joe Montana touchdown passes on the board. This one, the last January Super Bowl hero, Taylor, same pattern. Let's go back to JB.
All right, Brent, we've got a good one here. 14-13 Cards, 4:50 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Phoenix on the march. Baker runs into a wall, second effort. Gives them a 2-yard pickup. And a real battle down there in New Orleans. I think the Saints are mad.
I think they are, too. Jim Mora has to be upset with the way that team has been playing lately, and he's got them fired up today.
Kurt Gouveia applying the hit on that last play. And Dexter Manley is back on the field playing, so he's shaking off that injury to his left leg, and he's playing. Third and 3. Flag on the play. Looking for Sekahima. Incomplete. Wilbur Marshall provided the coverage on Sekahima. Look at Ben Drite. Boy, he loves to argue. Not at his crew, at the players.
I think he's having fun out there.
Tough-nosed character.
Illegal procedure on the center. There wasn't a one continuous motion. Should have been blown when a thing was done, so we're going back, and it's a 5-yard penalty on the offense. It's 3rd down.
Well, it should have been done when the thing was done. I mean, when they do that thing, you're not supposed to do it. You know what I'm saying? When the thing was done. Simple as that.
He's been listening to a lot of John Madden. And that's Derek Kennard.
I think when you move that little brown football, you need to keep on moving it. Something like that.
Nice translation. So it brings up a 3rd and 8. 9 defensive package for the Scans. hands of J.T. Smith. He wanted pushing interference on Brian Davis. He doesn't get it. And Hogeboom agrees. I don't think Hogeboom was yelling at Ben Triton.
That wasn't a dinner invitation. Nope.
We'd have seen a baseball type of argument at that time with Triton. Camarillo, high punt. Fair catch signal, flag on a play. That's Terry Orr he's talking to.
Terry getting a little help from the sidelines.
And we do it again. But with that ineligible man downfield, that gives Camarillo yet another opportunity to warm up that leg. Pretty good punt that time, though.
I think you would take it around the 10-yard line.
And Howard back again for the Skins. And he gets off another good one. And this one settles in at the 15. And the numbers back it up. Phoenix only 28 yards, Washington only 35. And a happy Cardinals defense plugging up the play that time.
Again, about the same spot that the Washington offense started the last series of downs, and the way that they worked their way out of this the last time around was a mixture between good inside running and the short passing game.
2nd and 10. Biner in motion. Griggs, the lone back. Play action. Across the middle, intended receiver was Art Monk and Tim McDonald. On Monk like a tight shirt.
Well, they've come out of the play fake now, and he's looking for Monk, and it's really played well. They're trying to mix that short passing game again. Here's Tim McDonald. Good, tough, strong safety, and makes a really nice play on Monk. But they're trying to do the same thing they did last series, looks like, JB. Short passing, inside running.
Dime defensive package for the Cardinals with Downs and Turner in on 3rd and 10 for the Skins. And Rypien has the ball batted down. Looked to be Jim Waller. And the Bluebirds at RFK Stadium come out.
Here's a chance for the special teams to come into play once more. The defense did their job by holding the Redskin offense deep in their own territory. Now the special teams has to get good field position for their offense.
By Sikahema, a 53-yard return the last time out. And not a good punt by Mojo. As it settles in at about the 44-yard line. So special teams the story right now, and not a good one, only a 29-yard punt. Special teams coach Wayne Sevier, the Redskins can't be too pleased right now. 5 punts on the afternoon for Rolf Morzenko, averaging only 40.
And the thing that comes to mind is the special teams let Sikahema break one. It gives them the field position. Now their punter gets off a bad one, gives them field position, and that man right there can't be very happy.
And he was brought back to tighten up the special teams play, which had plagued the Redskins the last 2 years. 1st and 10 from the 44. Farrell. First down. Maybe a touchdown. And it is. Phoenix. A 44-yard run from scrimmage. And the only man on the field that had a chance of catching him was Darrell Green, and he missed the tackle.
Well, like we said, it's what happens when you give a team life right here. There's where it's going to take place with a reverse handoff. There it is right there. And watch him cut it back. There he cuts it back right in the hole. Turner misses a tackle. Now we've got a foot race. Errol Farrell, big, strong back, breaks a couple tackles. St. Louis is playing.
Al Del Greco with the point after attempt. And the Cardinals move out in front of the Redskins by the score of 21-13. And the Cardinals looking to snap this string there. Haven't won here in 11 years. Gene Stallings knows it's still far too early to have any semblance of a smile on his face.
Well, he's playing against a team that has big play capabilities. When you take the Gary Clarks and the Sanders, Monk, and those people.
Phoenix only had 33 yards rushing up until that 44-yard run by Earl Farrell. Man who had a 100-yard rushing outing the last time against the Skins. And A.J. Johnson takes it at his own one. Across the 25 to the 27-yard line for A.J. Johnson. First and 10 from the 27. Sanders in motion. Complete to Sanders. And a flag on a play as Ricky Sanders has enough yardage for the first down.
Yeah.
Number 55 on defense, illegal chuck. They're going to decline a penalty, and it's going to be first down.
Yeah, they're still measuring that shot of Canseco's from last night. Snakes, as a matter of fact, NFL fans may not have seen you out on the gridiron had you followed one of your early loves, and that was baseball.
Well, I was a pitcher until I pitched against guys like Canseco, and that made a football player out of me.
And a good one at that. First and 10 from the 38. Rypien overthrows Gerald Riggs. And that was a problem we saw frequently in the films looking at Rypien from last week.
Well, Gerald Riggs is going to try to get out in the flat. It's a pass. It has to be a touch-type pass. The ball has to be thrown perfectly. If you throw this pass behind the receiver, then he's down the sidelines for a touchdown. Just as well, probably been no gain.
Bynum, the H-back. Second and 10. To Bynum. Bynum's got room. He's got the first down. Inside the 40.
It's a little counter thing down through there with big number 66, Joe Jacoby, leading the way. There goes the motion man. Watch Jacoby right in front of Byner right there. Byner cuts off number 66. Once he gets in the secondary, it's off to the races. Now they've got some field position where they can get out and do something.
12 carries for 94 yards, Ernest Byner. First and 10 from the 38 of Phoenix. Complete to Ricky Sanders. Inside the 35. And Terry Steinbach has just knocked in the run for the A's, expanding the lead to 3-0 in the 7th.
Good mixture by Rypien this series of throwing the short pass, of getting the running game going, not only to his right side, but he busts Byner off the left side. Good mixture.
Second and 5 for the Skins. That's remaining in the third quarter. To Byner. And Byner roped around the legs by Rod Sadler. No gain. And Sadler's playing on a sore knee, but is playing well.
Here's the ground level, and you watch the cut. He's going to make his cut back to the right side when the hole was to the other side. You see Mark May losing Rod Sadler there. That's the block that has to be made as the end man on the line of scrimmage.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score of Phoenix 21, Washington 13. Evening time here in the nation's capital. Redskins trailing by 8. Third and 5 from the 33. Rypien decides to run it. He's got the first down inside the 20 at about 18.
It's a half roll to try to get number 83, Ricky Sanders, all the way back across the field. See him looking back the other way. Sanders covered, takes off running with the ball, makes a nice gain out of really a busted situation. Good heads-up play by Mark Rypien, not making the bad decision.
First and 10 from the 18 of Phoenix. Gerald Riggs, the back, Sanders in motion. Riggs, the ball carrier, tripped up, Jim Waller. And Jim Waller is having himself a good day, a loss of 1 on the play.
Just your average day for an old defensive lineman. Make a few tackles, intercept a couple passes. Just do whatever you can to help your team.
And a rookie put on the spot doing the job. We talked about the injuries to Phoenix relative to starters and the makeshift line both offensively and defensively. Rod Sadler is really a defensive right tackle. He's playing a good game on a sore knee, and Jim Waller has risen to the occasion.
Well, I think Jim Waller may be anchoring himself in there for maybe a steady job.
2nd and 12. Pass intended for Gary Clark, incomplete. Carl Carter on the coverage. Now, if you were Joe Gibbs and assessing the performance of Mark Rypien thus far, would you keep him in, or might you go to a backup quarterback?
Oh, I think you keep him in. I think he's made the plays that he's had to. The only problem has been that he gave him life with that one bad decision down there, and one bad decision like that can turn the momentum around, especially against a team that needs something to get them going.
The backup quarterback is Stan Humphries, a talented one but inexperienced. 3rd and 11. Complete, and Viner drops it. In his hands and out. Well, for more update action on San Francisco and New Orleans, let's go to New York and Brent.
JB, the team you can never count out. The San Francisco 49ers, they have done it again. Joe Montana, faking the flare, goes right downfield to John Taylor. 2 touchdowns on the day. He had control. Back to JB.
So Chip Lowmiller will attempt a 38-yard field goal. And this one is good. So Lowmiller boots the Redskins a little closer. Within 5 exactly. 13-17 remaining in the game.
I think anytime you're in a tight game, JB, you have to look at your quarterback to get things done.
Sekahima from the 6.
And that also applies for that guy right there. It's time for Gary Hogeboom to make some plays, too. Get his team down there. He's got a lead now. Let's see what he does here.
Mike Iago's suicide squeeze scores Mark McGuire and Oakland 4-0 in the 7th. And Dan Quayle and his wife Marilyn taking in the action here. Look to be cool under pressure. Play action. Baker makes something out of nothing. Net gain 1 yard. Going for J.T. Smith, and it's caught. J.T. Smith. An acrobatic leap over Brian Davis.
Nothing special, just a little up thing working on Brian Davis. The idea on the quarterback here is to put the ball in a position where J.T. Smith can make a play, and he does exactly that. The ball is up there, then it's our guy goes up and gets it.
1st and 10 for the Cards at the 47 of Washington. Hogeboom going for Baker. Intercepted by Alvin Walton. Knock against Walton is that he's not a great cover man. Not in that time.
You automatically get away from that. On top of that, look where the ball is thrown. Way too far to the inside. That ball has to be thrown to the outside, over the outside shoulder.
Pushing Walton up to the #1 spot on the Redskins with interceptions this year, his third. Skins deep in their own territory, 8-yard line. 1st and 10. Complete to Ricky Sanders. And Sanders with the first down at the 40.
Sanders just going to take a little dive right in there in those passing lanes between the linebackers. See him avoid Turner right there. Nobody on him. Ball well delivered out front. Then when he gets in the secondary, uses that broken field running to get the Washington Redskins in field position.
And a nice assist from Gary Clark with a nice block. 1st and 10 from the 40. Riggs. 3-yard run by Gerald Riggs. 9:59 remaining in the contest. Washington trailing 21-16. And with the Giants having lost earlier to Philadelphia, Washington and Phoenix fighting hard for a victory to stay within striking distance. 2nd and 7. Going up top for Monk. He's got him.
By number 83, but that doesn't mean anything. They get the tight coverage from Cedric Mack, number 43. Monk runs by him like he's tied, and watch where the ball is delivered. A little short, but right on target. Nice play, nice throw, nice catch.
So one side, Monk felt he could go deep. 40 yards specifically on that one. 1st and 10 from the 18. Final. Down to the 11. Mr. Durability, Mr. Versatility.
I think those numbers speak for themselves.
Surefire Hall of Famer.
You bet.
And as quiet a person as he is, Mark Rypien says, when I get down, Monk gets me back up. 2nd and 4 from the 12. Going for Clark. Incomplete. Carl Carter on the coverage. Who brought up that conversation earlier about possibly changing quarterbacks?
I think he's playing well. I really do, other than the bad decision that he made on the interception. But I think he's playing really well. He's gotten everybody involved. He's running Biner good inside. He's using all of his receivers. He's gotten Monk deep. I think he's doing well.
Although we're about 3 or 4 weeks away from at least a quarterback discussion.
Well,
Doug Williams is expected back.
Doug Williams' back's coming right along. Started throwing the ball some this week. We'll see.
3rd and 4. gives Washington a 2-point lead. Mr. Versatility, Art Monk, may come away from a game with few catches, but they're usually big catches.
Big catches. He's made some big plays today. Not only that one, but the big play down the sidelines to get him in there.
23-21 Skins, 7:47 remaining. And this is going to Vai Sakahima. You know how dangerous he is. Flags on the play as Sakahima takes it to the 20.
Illegal block, number 34 on the receiving team. Half the distance to the goal, and it's first down.
There's Art Monk right there. He comes all the way around here. Rypien goes the other side. Now watch how cool Mark Rypien stays under the pressure once he gets out there. There's Art Monk kind of drifting out to the left, drifting out to the left. There's Rypien out there. Now watch how cool he stays right here looking for some help. Dodges his player right there, stands there, and then fires a shot to Monk in the back of the end zone.
Talk about the ultimate confidence in your blockers. And a Porsche-type receiver. I think he's driving his car very nicely today.
As we said, for this team to get back in, that man had to make some plays.
Play action to Awalt, complete for the first down across the 25. Robert Awalt. Todd Bowles and Greg Minuski in on the stop. Farrell, the lone back. Ernie Jones in motion. Hogeboom going up top for Awalt, and there are flags on the play as Hogeboom was looking for Robert Awalt.
Defensive holding, also defense roughing the passer. We're going to take the 15-yard penalty, and that's a first down.
Keep in mind, 60 minutes will be coming to you at the conclusion of this game. Baker, the ball carrier, turns the corner for a couple. Todd Bowles runs him out of bounds. Keep in mind, Phoenix only needs a field goal to move ahead. 2nd and 7. Farrell into a wall. No gain. 3rd and 7. Hogeboom going up top, and it's intercepted by Barry Wilburn.
Well, they split Jay Novacek out on the outside and just try to get something deep, and they're working on Barry Wilburn. I'm not sure that that's a matchup they like. Wilburn can still run, veteran player. And he doesn't give a thing to Awalt, who comes out the outside, and then he just throws the ball up. Here, I think you throw the ball away or overthrow the ball and not risk giving the ball up right here, particularly with 5 minutes left in the game.
4th interception for the Skins gives them the ball 1st and 10 from the 37. And 37 Riggs carries near the first down marker. 5:20 remaining in the game.
Pretty good group of grocery bags right there.
Pretty full. 2nd and inches. Riggs met in the backfield. And this one will be close. Tim McDonald had a head of steam worked up on that tackle, needed it, and paid the price the way he's walking right now.
Well, you take on Gerald Riggs when you're outweighed about 30 pounds, you're going to get up a little slow.
You'll lose in that situation. As a matter of fact, preseason game, Gerald Riggs was running out of bounds in training camp up at Carlisle, and there was a Toyota truck along the sidelines that got in the way, dented it, caused $1,000 worth of damage. So take a look at Oakland, 1 inning away from winning the league championship series there. On 1st and 10, Riggs, the ball carrier. Flag on the play as Riggs takes it across midfield. Carl Wilson on the tackle.
Defensive face mask number 90 on the runner. That's 5-yard penalty, and it's still first down.
That's Carl Wilson.
See number 90 right there in the center of your screen. He's going to get the face mask penalty, and that's the kind of break that they need to try to give some long yardage situation to possibly get, there it is right there. And this kind of penalty can give you that long yardage situation. If you don't convert, then you give the other team an opportunity with the ball with 4 minutes left.
Carl Wilson didn't have much room to work with that time, blocked by Jim Lachey, whom Joe Bugle thinks is the best athlete along that front line. Perhaps the best he's ever had.
Strong, good strong arms and quick feet.
1st and 2 for the Skins. Riggs. And he's got it. Those Hogs.
Well, if you have to have a group to try to control the line of scrimmage, that one right there is as good as any. With the addition of Lachey, I think that really helped that offensive line out. Their center, Jeff Bostic, put on about 10 or 12 pounds in order to handle those big, strong nose tackle. Jacoby lost weight to help his stamina and to help his quickness, and that's a good veteran group.
And Mark May still as mean and nasty as ever. And Russ Grimm, plagued with injury since '85. Still a little nicked up, but says there's no way I'm moving.
Calls the offensive line signals in there. Used to be a center.
1st and 10 from the 41. Going up top for Clark. Great defensive job by Carl Carter, step for step with Gary Clark. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. 3:32 remaining in the game.
Well, running stride for stride with him. Just a nice job by Carter. Scott maybe one step on him. Gary Clark, nice job of getting a hand in there. You talk to their receivers on the Washington Redskins, and if they were going to try to get deep today, that was the guy right there that they were going to pick on.
Michael Downs in for the nickel defensive package for the Cards on 2nd and 10. Pitch pattern. Art Monk is complete. Enough for the first down. Marcus Turner. 11-yard pass play.
Well, you got to see the motion come across the backfield, and he's going to clear out and do an inside route. You're going to see him break to the inside, and then outside, standing out there on the sidelines, is old reliable Art Monk. He's made the short completion, he's made the big play to set him up for touchdown in touchdown range, and he's made the touchdown catch.
Mr. Reliable, 8 catches for 102 yards as you take a look at the 49ers, handing the Saints yet another defeat. Saints 1 and 4. Riggs, the ball carrier, and bulling his way straight ahead, Gerald Riggs. A 7-yard bull run by Gerald Riggs, finally dragged down by Jim Waller. Well, 2:30 remaining in the game.
Sorry, JB. Right along here, Mark Rypien ought to take plenty of time. Just take his time. Of course, they've got a timeout now.
Second and 3 from the 23. Riggs. Gang tackle for no gain. As we move to the 2-minute mark, Robert Awalt, good game today by him. Skins nursing a 2-point lead, and depending upon the outcome of today's game, well, we know that the Giants have already lost to Philadelphia. Philadelphia draws within one of the first-place Giants. Right now, Phoenix and Washington trying to pull off a victory to move within striking distance. And next week's schedule shows Philadelphia playing Phoenix and Washington playing New York. On 3rd and 3, going up top for Clark. Touchdown, Washington. chance to prove yourself. Mark Rypien has done that.
Well, he had to make some plays, and he did it. He's made plays the second half. 2 big touchdown passes. He's run the offense extremely well. Not very many bad decisions. Hasn't hurt the team. Basically, he's let them in there.
And Low Miller's point after moves the Redskins out in front by the score of 30-21.
Well, you're going to see over here, Gary Clark's going to come from the right side, strictly drop back, and it all starts, as we always say, with a good pass protection. Plenty of time. Ball's got a lot of air under it, hangs up there nicely. Touchdown, Gary Clark. A lot of pressure on that young man right there. They're not going to wait for him to develop. He has to win right now. And you can see he's really happy about what's happening today.
Well, quite honestly, Snake, Rypien was telling us that he's been thinking about Doug Williams coming back, but the coaching staff talked to him and told him something important.
Well, the coaches told him, you know, if you perform well, and that's the bottom line. If you go out there and get the job done, don't worry about what's behind you. The job's yours.
Well, a worried pace a few minutes ago, an easier pace now.
Well, you look at a team that's down by 6, I don't know how many minutes to go, but when you all of a sudden you look up there and they're up by 9, they really have big play capabilities.
And this one goes to a dangerous by Sikahema from the 5. And Sikahema is roped down, and it looks like we'll have a face mask penalty here, a flag thrown.
Face mask on a kicking team on the runner. 5-yard penalty. That's a first down.
Incomplete, intended receiver, Don Holmes. Bottom of the 9th, Dave Stewart trying to win it for Oakland and wrap up that league championship series. And a smile on the face of Gary Clark. Finally got to play. Wanted to play last week with that hamstring injury. Said there was no way you're going to keep me out of it today. He's a player you got to keep happy.
Got to keep him happy. Got to keep all those receivers happy. They have all the tools. There's no doubt about it. A lot depends just on Mark Rypien's development.
Hogeboom out of the shotgun. And Barry Wilburn does a nice job of breaking it up. Almost comes away with his second interception.
Well, here's the time that defensive backs really enjoy playing. It's the time that defensive linemen enjoy playing. But it's the time that's awfully tough on offensive linemen.
And Wilburn trying to work his way back into the starting scheme. Moved over to the free safety position, and Richie Pettibone says he plays that center field position well, but still learning how to read the defenses better from there. Boy, look at that. George Bell just comes up and uncorks one.
They're not going to die.
3rd and 10. And this one is complete to Holmes for the first down near midfield. 1:29 remaining in the game. And Phoenix in the hurry-up offense. Complete to Holmes again. To the 34. And the story of the season thus far for the Cardinals. Roy Green dressed in his civvies. Fractured right clavicle. Hogeboom. Complete to Jay Novacek. Can't get out of bounds. So the clock continues to run. Darrell Green tackles him inbounds. So they have to burn off a timeout.
Football team has some work to do and has focused it on that, even though the loss of his father.
Has flown the equivalent of around the world once in the last 10 days. 25,000 miles. Joe Gibbs. Hogeboom throwing behind the intended receiver by Sikahema. And the concern of the coaching staff, Wayne Sevier being Joe Gibbs' best friend, is that not only is the coach extremely tired, but perhaps he's been holding in a little too much. So they're hoping that a victory today and a little time to relax might do him some good. Boy, the Bucks are for real. Tampa Bay. Hogeboom running and smartly gets out of bounds. Was headed for a head-on collision with Wilbur Marshall. He made the right decision.
Sure, that's the only thing to do is get the ball out of bounds and just try to get what you can. And knowing that they're playing those deep zones, they're going to give you the things in the front.
Saw how Natalie attired Roy Green was over there on the sidelines, and I know Darryl Grant is anxious to break out in his attire. Big fella, kind of round, thinks he's a fashion plate now. Met a local designer named Everett Hall and thinks he can dress now.
Looking good now, huh, with the new designer clothes.
And flags on the play.
False start on the right tackle, 5-yard penalty. First down.
Seconds remaining. 1st and 15. Complete across the middle to Ernie Jones, and Jones inside the 20 to about the 18. On 2nd down, Hogeboom going to the corner. Touchdown, Phoenix. J.T. Smith.
Well, they're supposed to be playing back in those zones, and it seems like the corner on that side just kind of took a little break there. And of course, you can't do that against J.T. Smith. J.T. Smith working on Martin Mayhew, number 35. And how do you get beat in a prevent-type defense in this situation in the game? Just a mental lapse, I would think, J.B.
And you got to like the fact that Phoenix is not rolling over and dying.
Well, I think anytime you've got the J.T. Smiths that you can make things happen.
Al Del Greco with the point after. And he makes it a 2-point ball game. And Snake with 14 seconds remaining. I've seen some strange things happen.
Think an onside kick is in order?
I'd say so. Standing in place, knowing that this one may not be nailed down just yet.
J.T. Smith has played well all year long, playing well today, but it's hard to compete against a talented team like the Washington Redskins with as many injuries as they have.
I mean, they had players coming into the stadium on stretchers. As Al Del Greco sets up for the onside kick.
They got the ball. They got the ball.
Phoenix looks to have the ball. Is that correct? We'll await Ben Dryce's call on this one. And you know Ben Dryce will make it emphatic.
Ball touched maybe before it went 10 yards. Let's see if we can catch it. Gets a nice hop, and that's what you want out of a onside kick. Yeah, it's touched before the 10 yards. Touched before the 10 yards.
The kicking team touched the ball before it went 10 yards. They recovered it, but it's a 5-yard penalty, and they got to kick it over.
I think Ben Dryce will make a good boxing official as well. These coaches know that it's a game of inches and time.
And no time off the clock. Ball was not touched by the opposing team.
14 seconds still remaining. I don't think Dryce needs
That's a 5-yard penalty. They have to kick it over.
I don't think he needs a microphone. So Al Del Greco will get another shot at it. And they'll try the onsides again.
think he did that on purpose. Looks like it fell off the tee, but I think that's the way he wants it.
And Phoenix has it. That one traveled the necessary 10 yards. And it looks as if Phoenix will come away with the ball.
Here it is, a second onside kick after the penalty, and again he gets that big hop, and that's what you want out of the onside kick. Touched by a Washington skin player there. Marcus Turner, number 23, fields the ball. They're in business.
And it was Marcus Turner who came up with the ball. And Snake, obviously Turner was not eligible to advance the ball.
Can't
So
advance
Phoenix,
the onside.
1st and 10. Hogeboom to J.T. Smith, and somehow he holds on to it at the 40 for the first down. 6 seconds remaining. Now keep in mind that Al Del Greco's longest field goal is a 54-yarder. And Phoenix burns off their last timeout.
Well, the ball's sitting on the 40-yard line, JB, and you take the 10 yards in the end zone, the 7 yards back, 7.5 yards back where you spot the ball. We're looking at maybe a 57.5 yard field goal.
And as I mentioned that his career long is 54, you take a look at Al Del Greco warming up. Hogeboom, 20 of 36, 296 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
They're not going to kick a field goal.
They think have time for another play?
It has to happen in a hurry if that's their thinking.
A lot of time off the clock. And that's it. So Snake, as you mentioned, they burned far too much time off the clock trying to run that play.
I think 6 seconds left, JB. You take a shot at the 57-yarder. It's hard to get something done in 6 seconds.
Well, that one will certainly be discussed. The moot point now as Washington escapes with a 2-point victory over Phoenix by the score of 30-28. We'll be back in just a moment. Once again, our final score is Washington 30, Phoenix 28. For Ken Stabler, this is James Brown saying so long from RFK Stadium in Washington, D.C. You've been watching a CBS Sports presentation of the National Football League.